everyone, and a really warm welcome to our Bitesize live Q&A here today. Today we are going to be chatting about all things admissions for those who are coming to study a postgraduate degree here at the University of Glasgow. So firstly, just to introduce myself, my name's Alice. I am here from External Relations, and I'm delighted to be joined here today with Maeve. Maeve, would you like to quickly introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. My name is Maeve, and I am an admissions officer with our postgraduate taught team here at the university.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Maeve. So I know on this live Q&A here today, we will have people tuning in from all across the world today. So it'd be really great if you could just let us know where you're tuning in from today. It would be really great to hear where you're coming from today in the world. So we will be with you until 11:30 today. And for those watching live, you will be able to submit questions through our live chat feature, which will remain open for the next 30 minutes. So with that out of the way, let's get started and get some questions answered for you. So firstly, Maeve, we've received a lot of questions from those who have applied but have yet to receive an offer. Maeve, could you give us an indication of how long it might take to get a decision from admissions on this?
Sure, yeah. So most of our programs are being processed through a rounds-based system, which means we'll follow a timeline set for when an application was submitted. So for example, with our electronics and electrical engineering program, if you submit your application today on April 25th, you will receive an update to your application by June 21st. And if you're curious about the program that you applied for, please check the program page on our website and go to the application deadlines tab. And for programs with only one submission deadline, you will receive your decision on the application within 28 working days.
Great, that's perfect. And it's always useful to see it on the screen as you're chatting it through as well, Maeve, just to know exactly where to go. But our web pages are kind of set up for that to make it as easy as possible for students. That's really great. So another question that we have, a lot of our international applications have been in touch to ask about CAS, which I'm sure many of you today who are tuning in know stands for the Confirmation of Acceptance for Studies. So Maeve, could you talk us through, firstly, how can you obtain a CAS and also the current timeframes that we're looking at for receiving a CAS from admissions?
Yeah, so to receive your CAS, you will have to upload all required documents. Make sure you've uploaded a copy of the passport that you are planning to travel on, paid any required deposits, or uploaded proof that a scholarship or funding has been awarded, and you've only accepted one unconditional offer. If your application is sitting at conditional, please make sure that you're uploading any requested documents as soon as you're able to. The deadline is for August 23rd, so there is some time still. And if you've submitted the documents and met the conditions, please allow for 5 business days for an update. And we will start issuing CAS 6 months in advance to the start date of the course in September. So if you've accepted your unconditional offer more than 6 months before, it will be issued at this time. So CAS has started to roll out. And if you accept your unconditional offer less than 4 months before the start, you will receive your CAS within 3 working days.
Great. That's perfect. Busy time for admissions at the moment. Lots going on. So I think that's one of the main things, to kind of keep making sure that you've updated all of your documents to make sure that if you're on a conditional offer, it can switch to unconditional, and then you can go on to the next steps from there. So yeah, that's really great to hear, Maeve. Another question that we've had are people who've applied for a scholarship that covers full tuition fees. Do they still need to pay a deposit?
Sure. So if you applied for a scholarship that will fully fund your time with the university, make sure you're uploading proof of scholarship application to your self-service portal. This is so that the admissions officer processing your application can waive the deposit until there is proof of scholarship or funding awarded. If you were not awarded the scholarship but still intend on studying with us, just upload written confirmation to your application on the self-service portal that you plan to be self-funded, along with the requested deposit that you see on your offer letter.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's great. That's great, Maeve. One other question that we have is my program needs an ATAS. What do I need to do?
Yeah, this is a very common question that we get, absolutely. So all ATAS processing is done through the UK government website, which means that the University of Glasgow actually isn't that involved or that responsible for the creation of the certificate. It becomes the student's responsibility to create the CAS. There's a guidance on the UK government website, which has each step laid out for you, so it's very easy to follow. For the CAS, for the ATAS, still got CAS on the mind apparently.
Get confused between the two.
Exactly. For the ATAS, you will be needing a CHA3 code, which can be found on our website. This is an example on the screen, and then if you're not seeing yours on the screen, that's fine. All the rest are listed on our website, so no worries there. And it is actually possible to start the ATAS creation once you have a conditional offer, because it can take a while for the ATAS certificate to be given out. However, just please note that the ATAS certificate is only valid for 6 months. So just kind of be aware of timelines for when you receive the ATAS and then when you get your visa and are starting with the university.
Yeah, that's perfect, Maeve. I think that's it. It's a lot of timelines to kind of get your head around as you're applying, but we try and make it as easy as possible with as much guidance as possible. So that is really fantastic. Lots of codes for us to remember with ATAS and CAS and H3. So it's brilliant to hear all of that information for the students. Another question that a lot of students might have is that my application has been withdrawn due to the deposit not being paid. So if they've not yet paid their deposit on time, their application might have been withdrawn. So what should someone do in that instance?
Sure, yes. So this actually happened last week, so quite recently. But if you've applied for a fully funded scholarship or any type of funding through government, however, that's going to be paid for, and have not submitted proof of application to your University of Glasgow application, please get in contact with our inquiry team and upload proof of application as soon as possible. If you are not going to receive the scholarship, but you can pay the deposit, again, please contact our inquiry team. This is also just so that they can let the admissions officers know what's going on and help to restart your application essentially, or start where it's left off before it was withdrawn. And if you can pay the deposit yourself, please submit a statement saying that you intend to self-fund and then pay the deposit. One thing to just be aware of, that some of our programs are in high demand and your application may not be reinstated, even if you do have a scholarship kind of waiting in the sidelines or self-funding. If this is the case, that your application cannot be reinstated, we do encourage you to either apply for another one of our programs or apply for the 2025 term, which will open in October of 2024.
Perfect. Yes. Our inquiry team has been working very hard for our students to make sure you can get reinstated if you are still considering studying with us after being withdrawn. So the team is working very hard on that, which is brilliant to hear.
Yes.
Kind of along the same lines, I suppose. What is the best way to contact admissions? The best way for students to contact the admissions team?
So the best way to contact the admissions team is either through our live chat option, which will, when you go to a homepage, once you start searching for things on our website, there's a little purple like speech bubble that will pop up at the bottom right hand of the screen. And that is the live chat option that you're seeing on the screen, or you can also fill out an inquiry form that is on our contacts page, and you can then get a response maybe a little bit later on from one of our inquiry officers to help with any and all inquiries that you have.
Perfect. Thank you, Maeve. I think that was all very clear for the students. Like, you can either kind of get that live response on that live chat or fill out kind of a longer kind of admissions form if you are able to wait for a couple of days for your response as well. So with that, I think that is all we really have time for today. But if you are joining us live, just a reminder, any further questions that you might have, we will continue to answer these up until 11:30 today. So please just ask away in the live chat. We'll be more than happy to answer these for you. Thank you so much, Maeve, for all of the information. Really informative for me and all of the students as well who are applying for postgraduate degrees here with us. So hopefully everyone found today really useful, and we really hope to be welcoming you in the sunny Glasgow that we have here today, and to be welcoming you to Team UofG in the not too distant future as well. So thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, everyone.